Okie dokie.
Hello, everyone. Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa, that's right. It's the second day.
Happy early new year. In the spirit of the new year, we will be discussing, I guess, some of our New Year resolutions or just some goals that we'd like to accomplish in 2021. How are y'all feeling though post Christmas? Did y'all eat good?
Oh, I ate several times good.
Too good. Yeah,
So
too good.
welcome home, kiddo.
I know.
But yeah, as you see, we're in the same room.
We got Gen X at the house. I mean, Gen Z and Gen X at the house together.
So hey, granddaughter. Hey, daughter.
Hey, mom. Boomer's still in Cali. One of these days after COVID, we'll be able to be all together and maybe do a recording when we're all together.
Yeah, that'd be
In
good.
spring. Something like that.
All right. Well, would anybody like to start? Do y'all need some more time to think about your New Year goals, or do y'all know?
I know what mine is, and I wanted to start by saying last week, a group of us, my friends, and new people that I met, ladies, we did a vision board party, virtual vision board party. I think this might be the second one that we did. So we kind of did it's the second one we did this year. So we did what did you accomplish? What on your vision board have you seen? And then we did break out and do vision boards. So, and it was very good. And my position in the at the gathering was to talk about possibility partners, because one of the ladies, Vanita and I, we've been possibility partners for years. And we say possibility partners instead of accountability partners. We say possibility partners because when I first met Vanita, both of us had goals. One of mine was to move to Japan, and hers was to resign from her job. So that's been a while ago. It's been over 15 years. And at that same time, Queen Latifah's movie, Last Holiday, came out. And so I took her to see Last Holiday, and we went to lunch afterward and discussed it. And the main thing about that movie was Queen Latifah had the money to do all the stuff she wanted to do, but she didn't do it until she thought she was about to die. And so Vanita and I became possibility partners, and Queen Latifah had a possibility book. So that's where we termed it possibility partners. And I believe that a lot of people do the same thing. They have this money, they're saving up, they're working hard, and they're not doing the things that they really want to do, thinking that there's going to come a day and the spotlight is going to come on, and they're going to, voila, this is the day for me to do it. But they keep putting off life and not enjoying themselves along the way. So not only, I believe, should we have low goals along the way that's going to keep us happy, but of course a big one. And with all that being said, my big goal for the coming year is to buy a home. I'm planning to move from California, because unless I win the lottery or somebody just gives me some millions of dollars, I will not be able to afford a home in California.
Not where you want to be.
Not where I want to be, exactly. I don't even think I could afford it where I don't want to be. You know, so because the places in California, I've looked at some of them places, and the prices are like ridiculous.
Even in the less desirable areas, huh?
Yeah, even in the less desirable areas, they're ridiculous. And so I've decided that I'm going to move to Tulsa, and I can find some of the homes that look similar or as good as the ones that's out here that's $400,000 for like 100 and some thousand, which was remarkable to me.
Recorded. You said it on a recording.
I know I said that, huh? So it's remarkable to me that's how it is. And I've applied to a lot of programs. I'm just in case, I don't get into one or one doesn't work. So I've applied to a lot of programs. Programs with no down, which was really good. And Tulsa actually was paying people $10,000 to move to Tulsa. I applied to that. I didn't get it probably because I'm an older Black woman, but
They don't want no older Black women out there.
probably not even Black, just an older woman. They don't know what they missing out. But I will be applying to them again next month and every month until until I move to Tulsa. They was giving $10,000. I'm applying to that. So for sure am until they say, okay, woman, come on, we're tired of you. But anyway, that's one big goal. And I'm paying off bills with the help of my daughter, your mom, Kennedy, and my daughter and by love, and paying off bills and by a strict schedule, getting them paid down. So the only thing about paying off bills, sometimes you have to close those accounts, which messes with your credit. And by the way, somebody did call me to ask about our talk last week about credit. Yes, so I thought that was
Oh,
really
nice. You
Yeah.
got a call, somebody reached out. Okay.
Yeah, somebody reached out to get some information about getting their credit, helping with their credit.
That's a good goal.
Mhm.
I need more time to think about it.
Well,
What you wanna say yours, kiddo?
Yeah, well, y'all know that I'm graduating
Yay.
next June 2021.
Yes.
So a goal of mine is to graduate with a GPA at or above 3.5.
I know that's right, kiddo.
I'm
Mhm.
at 3.51.
Hey. That is above.
right
Yes,
now.
it is. Yes, it is.
So yeah. So, almost there. And then a goal of mine is to have at least a summer internship or a job secured by like my actual graduation day.
Good.
So if I got the call like the day of graduation, I would be achieving that goal. And then I'd say by like the end of 2021, I'd like to have 10,000 followers on my Peterson Productivity Instagram, dedicated to the overall success of everyone, but especially like Gen Z women.
Very good.
It talks about like how success is tied into personal, professional, and spiritual development.
Mhm.
So check out that Instagram.
10,000 followers.
By the end of 2021.
At least. She won't
At
have
least,
it,
yeah.
because she
At
can
least
definitely have more than that.
I'm a little over 1,600 right now. So
In like 2 months?
yeah.
Dang.
like,
Very
like,
good.
I think
On track.
even though it's late in the month, I think I could still try to pull 2,000 by January 1st.
Really?
Yeah, it's like if I just really put my mind to it, I can do it. I just really have to.
That's really cool.
But I just wanted to say, the thing I like about us though, like us three specifically, is I feel like, even though the new year is a fun time to set these goals and it's fun to like set resolutions and things like that, create those vision boards. The thing I love about us is we are just like committed to personal development like year round.
Right.
Like we're all into the vision boards. We're all into like, reading, expanding our knowledge, like growing professionally in, our different areas of our lives and things like that. So yeah, I just want to say I love that about us.
That is
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. So I started a new job in October. I'm in a new role, and
Congratulations.
yes, thank you. Universe loves me. I was like, look at God. Won't he do it?
Yes, he
So
will.
this is definitely that was a goal of mine for last year. So I definitely met that goal. And in this
Nice.
position, there's a lot required of me. To whom much is given, much is required. So I want to really learn all there is to know and really just be a badass in my role.
Mhm.
I have some really smart employees on the team
Great.
who are subject matter experts, and there's a couple of areas that I'm a little bit like, I know just enough to be dangerous is what I say.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get a little bit more information on all those different programs and stuff like that. And then just, I have a lady retiring, so I'd like to get somebody solid into that role when her last day is Monday. So I'd like to get somebody in there probably at a lower grade and build them up and hopefully get the team, like on board. They're a new group, so there's a little bit of resistance. So me coming in, like I'm their first manager in this particular branch because it's new.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so none of them necessarily wanted to be in the branch, but they got like realigned or reassigned. And it's all good. These are people I worked with in the past when I was an
Oh,
agent.
okay.
But I really want to be able to build that team, like cohesion and camaraderie, like I was able to get the other team in my last role, to really come together and they're solid. So leaving them, I didn't feel any qualms about leaving them because anybody who got in that role, like, I left it in a good place for them.
Yeah.
And so hopefully I can get this team to, be like as tight as that other team.
Okay, great.
And then you lose a few lbs. That's always my goal, and to get in shape, get fit, get on
That's
my
what I'm
Peloton a
doing.
little more often.
I'm not losing any. I want to release them just in case I walk by the same area I lost them and they'd say, "Oh, there she is." I ain't want that to happen. No,
But don't even speak to them either when you see
I
them.
don't even want to speak. But like I say, I'm gonna look at them. I'm gonna look at them sideways and see if they saw me. I'm gonna keep on going. But I want to interject a quote right here. It says that if you can't do it for yourself, you do it for all the other young souls and the old souls who need to be shown that things are possible, that they too can do that thing they dream of. And so I won't commit plagiarism. That is Charlotte Erickson. I don't know who she is, but I just thought I'd give a shout out to her.
That's a nice quote.
Was good, yeah. And then I heard another one that says that sometimes other people's goals and accomplishments are just what other people are praying for. So
Say that
sometimes
again. Sometimes other people's goals are
the accomplishment of your goal is what other people are praying for.
for me.
It's what they need.
Oh,
What they
that's great.
need. What you come up with, what you accomplish, what you develop, what you've
Could be answering their prayers.
could be is the answer to their prayers.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
when we're placed, when a goal or a desire is placed on our hearts by God, that it's not just yours. It could be the answer to someone else's prayer, but you're the vessel to deliver it.
You know what? I like that.
I totally agree with that.
Mhm.
Totally agree. Well, okay, since we just set our goals and that went by pretty quick, what are some life lessons that you learned this year in 2020, the year of the Rona and other other chaos?
That is a good question because someone sent me a text and they asked me, and I'm gonna go back to my phone and see if I can find them. They sent me a text and they asked me if 2020 broke me or made me. What did they add? The question was,
That's a good one.
yeah, it said, and I thought, wow, that was a good
that one.
yeah, I found it. I said, that was a good question. My answer was, that's a great question. Thank God 2020 did not break me. I've been on several social distancing lunches with longtime friends, 2 of which I hadn't seen in over the years because of the shutdown. It has made me check in with friends more often. So some relationships were reestablished. I finally got to go to the local botanical garden that I'd been putting off for years. I did some uphill trekking and saw some beautiful flowers, plants, and trees that I love. 2020 has allowed me to check out new topics like energy healing and brain health, and to learn more about things I've been interested in, like meditation, reading faster, healthy eating, mind-body balance, and grant searches for my nonprofit, and a dozen other topics. And I do mean a dozen other too. It made me get more familiar with Zoom. I've been on Zoom for birthday parties, bingo games, exercises with friends via sharing my screen, which has caused me to be more consistent and etc. Zoom is assisting me to get out of my comfort zone. I was invited to speak at at 2 women business centers graduations, and I led a fun day scavenger hunt with a group of women I had just recently met. Sadly, I also attended a memorial service for my friend's mother on Zoom too. YouTube is now one of my best friends, and Google says I can be as smart as my fingers can type. Siri says I only need to ask and she would tell me. But I just received Alexa's Echo as a gift from my daughter, so I will be a genius in a couple of months. So not to make a long story longer, 2020 has made me a better person. I can hardly wait to put it all into action in 2021. So it hasn't
Yes,
broken me.
I know.
That's like
I'm
a
like, that was a very
dissertation.
that was a
email.
very thoughtful text message. I would have been like, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Like unbreakable. That's it.
I don't talk to her often, and she happened to ask me that question. In fact, she's not a friend of mine. She's a friend of Kimmy's. And I met her at Kimmy's birthday party, her 30th birthday party.
Aw.
Ever since then, we kind of text one another every now and then as encouragement. You know, I just started checking in with her as encouragement because she had stopped going to school, and I wanted her to continue her to go to school. So she texts me every now and then, and I text her to see how she's doing. And because of Christmas, she texts me for Merry Christmas and asked me.
Will she respond to that long text? Kay.
No. No, she
Hit the
responded.
like button. She liked it.
No, she
Right,
responded with
the
one
heart-
just
the
as
heart
long. She responded with one just as long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna write that down. Simon.
yeah,
I'm
did
gonna ask my
2020 make you a breakthrough?
I'm gonna ask my Instagram followers that.
yeah.
Okay.
But she,
That
yes,
was a good question. You hear people saying throw the whole year away, just get rid of 2020 like it didn't happen or whatever. But I say 2020 is the year of vision. 2020, that gives you vision. It made you be still. It made you sit still, stay inside where you can have that vision. That's how I look at this year. Yeah, things have happened where a lot of people died. We had some craziness in our top leadership in the government that impacted a lot of people, and still like at the 11th hour, waiting on a relief bill that may or may not get signed. I don't know. I don't think it did, but I haven't had the TV on today or anything.
no, they had to take it to the golf course.
Right. You golfing and doing all that stuff, where people are like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? I might have to get out of my house, out of my apartment or whatever at the end of this month. But so when people are like, just throw the whole year away because of all the things that have occurred and all of the restrictions put on our lives and stuff, like I got a new job. Like I'm grateful for that. That happened in 2020. I've been able to have that vision, 2020 vision, to sit down, write down some goals, write down some. I wrote a book, a children's book, like
You sure did.
we wrote and published a children's book.
Published. It's out.
And we sold, quite a few copies. I think the other day I counted, I looked at the report and it was like 36 or 38 copies. That's good. I don't even know that many people. But like, so just things that happen. Yeah, I'm not, don't throw the whole year away. So
Not the entire.
unbroken
Yeah,
and unbothered.
very good.
But I don't want to repeat this year.
Exactly.
For the record.
Let's put it behind us for sure.
Yeah, there were some crazy things that happened, and I believe that some things were brought into the open or vision, as you said, 2020 vision, because we did have to stay at home. And there were things that were happening with Black people that we had been telling the world all along that they didn't believe, but they had to be at home, and most of them, they're watching the news, so they got to see some of the things that we have been telling them about. So hopefully it opened up many of their eyes so that they can speak out against it, because that's what we need. We need more people that don't look like us to speak out against what's happening to us.
I agree 100%. What about you, kiddo?
I definitely learned more about myself, through isolation and quarantine and just like spending more time with myself. I feel like I got to know myself better. I think I learned a little bit about resilience.
Yes.
Good.
And pushing through hard times. Yeah, like this past quarter in school has been pretty tough. I think I would venture to guess that most students, even outside of college, are having trouble adjusting to the online school format.
Right.
I feel like I feel like I haven't like learned much in a lot of my classes
Mhm.
because professors aren't really adjusting to the online format. Well, they're like switching up their whole curriculum, which was really unnecessary. It was like you could still teach the same things, just adjust it to the online format, but they're like switching what they're teaching now and how they teach it and what they're putting emphasis on. And like, I just remember I was talking to somebody who took a class that I just completed, and she was like, "What? We didn't even use the same coding software. Didn't learn the same. Yeah, didn't learn the same statistical things. Like my entire final was like basically coding and theory." And my friend was like, "What? We did like one coding assignment." Then, and so I was just like, you know what I mean? Like it's been really challenging. Like as the professors try to navigate like their
Yeah.
curriculum. So that's been tough. And then yeah, I feel like one lesson that I think really stuck with me is moving in silence. Like, you know how like people always talk about like, you don't need to share like your next moves and things
Mhm.
like that.
Mhm.
Not because anything like happened or anything, but I think I finally like I had heard that before, but I think it finally like resonated with me this year, like the importance of like keeping things to yourself and just being private and being low key and um like how beneficial it is to like just have people out of your business.
Right.
I mean, everybody doesn't support your move,
Right.
you
Your
know,
dream. Yeah. Yeah.
and some people, unfortunately, they envy certain things about others where you can make moves and start to work your plan. Mom used to always tell us, plan your work and work your plan. So when they start to see that come to fruition, or if you say, oh, I want to have Peterson Productivity and have 10,000 followers by the end of next year, you might get somebody to be like, girl, how you do that? That's hard. My friends said they could barely get 500. And they was trying for 2 years to do it, like they want to drop off those little seeds and be negative.
Yeah.
So those sorts of things, you know how to move, like I call it bob and weave, and you know what people you can share, just bob and weave with those people, who you can share your goals
Right.
and dreams and aspirations with, who are going to jump on, the Kennedy train and be all supportive and say, let me know what you need from me to help you reach that goal.
Okay, well, thank y'all everyone for sharing your goals and your life lessons. I think
Good topic.
mostly everyone, if you're not a part of the 1% who has had that money to like cushion them and kind of make them forget about what's going on in the world, I think everybody has had a tough year. But we made it. We're COVID free,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But we made it, and we're still standing. And 2020 is going to be wonderful. It's going to be full of blessings, full of manifestations.
Did you say 2020 or 2021?
She said 2021.
Okay, cool.
She want to do
I
over.
didn't hear her say that one. You gotta do that one real loud.
I'm okay if we just go straight into 2021. No need to redo. Yeah, I don't know. I have a good feeling about every year though, but that's just me.
And that's what you should do.
Yeah.
And you did. You had some good things happen. You started Peterson Productivity. You got 1,600 followers. You're doing that well. It's helping you. It's helping a lot of other people. And it really is great. So Peterson Productivity on Instagram.
Very good.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
I hope Santa was good to you.
Oh,
Love
yeah.